Heels, Russ. We've mentioned things have not gone well in Chapel Bill. Things have gotten better more recently. They've been more competitive. They got some W's on the board. They brought in over 70 new players, a lot of meshing to had be done throughout the season, and not a lot of high-profile guys here on this Tar Heels roster. Who do you want to touch base on?
Well, firstly, I'll say the two things. Firstly, it's a little disappointing because so many of their players are transfers that they didn't turn out to be very good. So they've got to figure out how to get better players through their transfer evaluation process. That's, to me, one of the things that's held them back. One of their better players, though, is not going to play. He's been battling a concussion. Price Yates been out for about 3 or 4 weeks, so he's probably not going to play. But there are a few guys I really like. Firstly, Thaddeus Dixon, the corner, and Marcus Allen, the other corner. These are 2 6-foot-plus kids that can run. I think Dixon's a better football player. I think he's got a chance to press into that second, third round area. Long athletic kid. Not long arms, but 31 and change. Dixon, about the same size, thin as a rail, though. When you look at the two of them, they look like almost a father and a son because one is thicker and one is thinner. Both these guys are going to get drafted. I think Marcus Allen will probably be a 3rd round or day 3 type guy. A few guys that I do really like, though, that are very intriguing is Daniel King, the guard, tackle type guy. He's played some tackle in college, but he's been more of a guard. Transferred from Troy, 6'3.5", 350. Powerful kid, stays over his feet. I don't think he's athletic enough to play tackle at the next level, but I think he's athletic enough to stay in at guard. Also, their right tackle, Ja'Kai Moore, transfer from South Carolina, over 30 career starts. Big kid at 6'6", 320. I don't think King or Moore are guys that are going to be drafted, unless maybe we're talking 7th round. But I think both of them are intriguing practice squad type, PFA type guys. Bring them in and see if they have a chance to develop. Because you don't start 30-plus games at D1 schools without having a little bit of grit, a little bit of competitiveness. And we both know when you're talking about guards, a lot of that success is not due to being a great athlete. It's due to competitiveness, technique, smarts. And both of these guys have that. So I'm intrigued to see where they go. The Vilbert Smith kid, a good-looking kid, long, linear, 6'6", 280, sort of that move defensive end that Coach Belichick has always liked, the guy who can play outside, he can be inside, he can press and hold the line of scrimmage. I like him. I'm not sure where his home is at the next level, but he's an intriguing guy that I think someone's going to get as an undrafted guy who's got a chance to make it.
Yeah, good look there at the Tar Heels. The 2 corners, I think, are the guys most visible on the draft radar, and I like Dixon more than Allen myself. He stepped on campus from day one, took over the alpha leadership role on the entire team. The teammates all gravitate towards him. He's got tremendous work ethic, high football IQ. He's like a coach on the field. Allen, to me, when I watch him, he's been a little bit too grabby for me. You see him too much laundry on the field. He's been beat on the long ball a little bit more this season than he was as opposed to last season. So I'm going to hold my reservations on Marcus Allen for the time being. Now, I was down there in training camp and did get the lowdown on all these guys, one of them being Andrew Simpson, the transfer linebacker from Boise State, undersized at 5'11", but he's flying around the football field. He's creating turnovers. He's making plays everywhere. I do believe he's a redshirt senior and will be draft eligible. But again, priority free agent, you bring him into training camp, special teamer, 4th or 5th linebacker in the future for Andrew Simpson. And then one guy who the coaching staff did not mention, and I got to say they were pretty well prepared for a completely new roster, but one guy I don't think anybody knew much about is this Melkart Obu Jayadu, a junior edge rusher at 6'4", 260. I think he's got like double-digit sacks this season. And I really haven't done a deep dive onto him, but when you just take a look at the production and what he's done, he's basically been their best player this season, and he's only a junior, so just somebody to keep an eye on. I don't think he declares this year, but somebody worth noting when you talk about the North Carolina Tar Heels, who have not had too many bright spots, but Melkart Abu Jaidu is one of them.
Yeah, no doubt. It's and you do a great job of tracking